What's up, YouTube? This is Mathwas97 and welcome to episode number 33 of my WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. We are back for another edition of Main Event, this time coming to you from El Paso, Texas. And this is going to be a huge episode because we have the last chance match of our Queen of the Ring tournament. It's Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. The winner advances to WrestleMania to take on Asuka and Natalya in a triple threat match that will crown the first ever WWE Women's Champion of the new era. But that is our main event for this evening. We have got some more ground to cover up till then, as we see making his way to the ring the former #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is the Bulgarian Brute. He is the super athlete. He is Rusev. That is right, folks. Rusev making his way to the ring. He's set for singles competition against one of his former allies, Sami Zayn. That's right, folks. These two men were a part of the Team Ambrose, Team Rollins match at Survivor Series. Both men a part of Team Ambrose. But tonight, they come across as foes, as enemies. Both of these men are in tough predicaments at the moment. Neither man has a match for WrestleMania. Perhaps both men, both men have had a tussle with Baron Corbin in the past, with the United States Championship on the line. Perhaps these two, the winner of this matchup, could move on to become the next #1 contender, could go on to face Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. It really is now or never for a guy like Rusev, for a guy like Sami Zayn. We are just 3 weeks away, we're getting almost to 2 weeks away now from WrestleMania. So time really is running out. Time is of the essence for Rusev and for Sami Zayn. Perhaps tonight they could finally clinch their spot at the grandest stage in wrestling, in sports entertainment in general. Is backstage. What's going on here? Wait a minute, that's Curtis Axel. Oh my god! Curtis Axel just took out Sami Zayn. Well, Sami Zayn's supposed to compete tonight. Who the hell is Rusev gonna face now? Well, I guess we have our answer. Of course, it looks as though Curtis Axel is looking to take Sami Zayn's place. We saw Curtis Axel step up to Baron Corbin on the last episode of Raw, and, well, to say the least, Baron Corbin wasn't very satisfied with the challenger that he got. Baron Corbin didn't even try to wrestle Curtis Axel. He just rolled out of the ring, walked up the ramp, and he just bumped shoulders with both Slater and Dallas, rather. Slater and Dallas forming like a door, like a wall, trying to prevent Corbin from passing. Corbin clearly wasn't intimidated by these guys. He just walked straight through them, and he didn't even give Curtis Axel the time of day. Well, Curtis Axel tonight, I guess he's looking to prove to Baron Corbin that he is a deserving challenger. He is a fitting opponent for the Lone Wolf. I mean, he just took out Sami Zayn in the back. You have to think that Dallas and Slater were involved as well. The numbers game definitely could play a factor in this matchup tonight, as it looks like we're going to have Dallas and Slater at ringside. The rest of the Outcasts are in tow, and that is going to give Curtis Axel a huge advantage. Although the last time Curtis Axel had somebody in his corner, Heath Slater, he didn't exactly help Axel out. In fact, it could be argued that Heath Slater was part of the reason why Curtis Axel lost that matchup to Zack Ryder just before the Royal Rumble. Or was it just after the Rumble? It was one of the two. Either way, Curtis Axel did not defeat Zack Ryder on that occasion. And it just has seemed as though the Outcasts, they've had a bit of a lackluster start. Yes, they've changed up their appearance recently, and they do look much more intimidating than they did in the past. Their whole social outcast thing, they couldn't really get that movement started. They couldn't get a trend on Twitter like maybe they were hoping. It just didn't happen. Social media was not their avenue. So instead, it seems as though they've taken a much grittier, a much more serious approach. I mean, you can just see everyone in the social outcast donning the black and white and the red as well. Curtis Axel, I mean, they really have undergone a bit of a... They've changed their look, to say the least. But is that all that they've done? Because a simple image change, sure, it might get the crowd's attention for a night or two, But then that's it. You know, you lose that appeal if you just change your visuals. You've got to change something else. Change the way that you carry yourself. Change the moves that you use. Just change everything. And that is what the Outcasts are representing right now, is change. Triple H, he did face Curtis Axel in a matchup a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was a little over a month ago now. But Triple H said, you know, the way that the Outcasts were presenting themselves at the time, the social Outcasts, it's just, all they were doing was just burning bridges. They weren't actually gaining any ground. But now it seems as though they're starting to put the pieces together. It's almost as if that match with Triple H lit a fire under Curtis Axel. Triple H just buried Curtis Axel. And Axel, that really has sparked it really has reignited this flame behind the Outcasts. But if they can't, I mean, this really is the statement matchup it's a make or break situation for the Outcasts tonight. He stepped up, Curtis Axel, he stepped up to face Baron Corbin on Raw. Corbin wouldn't have it. He clearly does not take this faction seriously. And if Corbin doesn't take it seriously, it'd be hard to imagine that anyone else would take them seriously at this point. And if Axel loses to Rusev here tonight, well then, are they ever going to be taken seriously? That is the question that is in doubt. But Axel, he's got to produce results tonight. He needs to get this victory over Rusev. And I'm not saying that he can't do it. He just picked up a 2 count on Rusev. He's getting close. But, I mean, if he doesn't, that could be the end for the Outcasts right here and now. And I mean, just imagine, these guys, they've been putting this together for months. They've been working behind the scenes, trying to recruit members to, well, I wouldn't say to no effect, because Axel, he did bring in Slater, and the two of them did bring in Dallas once he moved over here from SmackDown. But other than that, that's it. No other new Outcasts have joined the group. Rusev was looking to line Axel up for a super kick. Axel got out of the way and hangs Rusev up on that apron, but Rusev with an immediate counter. Oh my God. Did you see the force of that clothesline? He just sent Slater crashing into Dallas. Rusev is not going to play any games with the Outcasts here, but look at this. Curtis Axel takes down Rusev with that McGillicuddy cutter. 1, 2. Now a kick out by Rusev, and I think Slater has just been ejected from ringside. I don't know why. Slater didn't get involved in the matchup, but perhaps the referee anticipating some sort of backlash from the Outcasts after Rusev struck them down. And he's just looking to try to keep a better control of this matchup, but it may already be too late. The perfect plex. 1, 2, 3. No, a kick out by Rusev at 2 3/4. Curtis Axel, that brief distraction when Rusev, he turned his sights to Slater and Dallas. Even though Slater got ejected, that may have been enough. Curtis Axel's got the clear advantage, and although he wasn't able to put him away there, the tides have definitely turned. And look at this! Look at this! Axel distracting the referee. The referee's view is obstructed, and look at Dallas! Dallas is going to capitalize. Rusev is barely even with it at the moment, but oh my God! That falling powerbomb out on the floor, the concrete floor. Rusev's skull bounced off the concrete. The referee saw none of it. The outside interference thanks to Curtis Axel. And this is where the numbers game really takes effect. This is why the Outcasts are dangerous. This is why they are a force to be reckoned with, as they're displaying right now. Curtis Axel with the Hangman's face buster. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Curtis Axel picks up the win here tonight over Rusev, and that is a massive victory for the Outcasts. A massive statement made by the Outcasts here tonight. Curtis Axel finally producing some results. And that perhaps Triple H helped spark this. Perhaps Triple H was onto something. Curtis Axel, seems as though this is the beginning, perhaps the beginning of the end for everyone here in the WWE. The journey has only begun for the Outcasts. As we return now to main event, we've got tag team action, and I'm getting word in my headset that, well, just by I can't even speak right now. I just lost my mind. Just before that brief intermission, I heard word in my headset that there is a blockbuster announcement regarding the tag team division following the events of this matchup. I'm being told that Well, the announcement cannot be made until this matchup has concluded. Apparently, this matchup has... Well, the results of this matchup could have some sort of an impact on this following announcement. So, I guess we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to stay tuned to figure out exactly what that's all about. But right now, the Primetime Players have hit the ring. They're set for tag team action. They're gonna be taking on... Well, I mean, it's a clash of fan favorites in this one. As the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, are about to take on Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, and there's only one thing that I have to say to you, only one question that is on everybody's minds at the moment. How you doing? Let's kick it to Enzo Amore, and let's hear some more of his words of wisdom. How you doing, Enzo? Give it to him.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that.
You cannot.
And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that.
Right again.
And this right here, this is Carmella, and she's hot as hell, and you can't teach that.
And again.
Bada boom, realest guys in a room, how you doing?
Enzo and Cass, as always, fired up tonight. And this could be a huge match for them. We've got this announcement coming up where apparently the results of this matchup will be factored into that announcement. Perhaps WrestleMania, there's a potential tag team opportunity on the line, or rather a tag team title opportunity. Maybe. Who knows what this announcement is about.
And for our so-called opponents tonight, we have one word to describe her. And I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T. How you doing?
Enzo and Cass, they've had a bit of an up and down road in the past several months. As a tag team, they've been doing well for themselves, but other than that, I mean, they've had a couple of singles matchups where things just haven't gone their way. A couple of weeks ago, Braun Strowman took on Big Cass in singles action, and Big Cass wound up getting choked out by him. But look at Enzo. Apparently Enzo, I mean, the misfortune that these guys have gone through over the past several weeks just doesn't seem to really be phasing them. They're still keeping up the positivity. They've still got, I mean, you can just see Enzo with the quick feet. Enzo, he's still breaking it down just like he always does. And I mean, with an announcement coming at the end of this matchup, well, I mean, you've got to stay loose. You've got to stay in good spirits, because I mean, if you ultimately, yeah, you can lose a couple matches, you can lose a physical battle, but when you start to lose the battle mentally, that's when you have truly lost. That's when the game is really over. And for a team like Enzo and Big Cass, their camaraderie definitely is what keeps them so strong, even in rough times like they're in right now. Enzo and Cass, they do show promise as a team. They were a part of that. I mean, both of these teams, quite frankly, were a part of that Fastlane tag team gauntlet matchup, which was inevitably won by Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy, who then went on to challenge Finn Balor and Hideo Itami at the Royal Rumble for the tag team titles. Of course, Blake and Murphy were unsuccessful on that occasion. But in that matchup, we saw the Primetime Players. They started off the match by eliminating the team of Sheamus and Wade Barrett before the Primetime Players themselves were eliminated by the Ascension. As right now, Enzo Amore with a couple of stiff jabs, now a boot straight to the sternum of Darren Young. That's the thing, though, with the Primetime Players. Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, over the last year, they really haven't been a tag team. Prior to Fastlane, yeah, they did get back together for that tag team gauntlet, but before that, these two men had quite the rivalry between each other. They really do not have the best history here in Universe Mode. They have challenged for the tag team titles in the past, but the last time they did receive that shot was back in January of last year when they took on the then tag team champions, the Wyatt family. Of course, it was an unsuccessful performance for the Primetime Players, and that was part of why they ended up splitting, why the Primetime Players imploded. And for the majority of last year, these two men, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, were enemies. As look at that clothesline, assisted clothesline by Enzo. Big Cass, that's where the size really comes into play. 1, 2, but a kick out by Darren Young. That's the thing, these two tag teams are a very similar mix. You've got the big man in Titus O'Neil and the big man in Big Cass. And then you've got the smaller, more athletic superstar, the more ground and pound, the more technical of the two in Darren Young and Enzo Amore. As you see, Big Cass with a massive knee straight to the face. Although I'd have to say, in terms of technical ability, I would place Darren Young above Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore, he's just a scrapper. He's a fighter. Let's look at this. No, wait, reversal by Darren Young. Neckbreaker takes down Big Cass. As Titus O'Neil has yet to see action in this matchup, yet to be tagged into the fold. But Darren Young now starting to heat up as he delivers the leg drop, elbow drop, follows it up, forearm to the face. Beautiful vintage combination by Darren Young. And Big Cass is actually in trouble right now. Darren Young has the upper hand on the big guy. Look at this, belly-to-belly suplex, Darren Young. He may lack in size, but he does not lack in power. 1, 2, and a kick out by Cass at 2. Darren Young using the full momentum of Cass. Oh my God! Cass sent off the ropes, but Cass didn't need any momentum for that. Just a straight up right hook. And Darren Young is out like a light. He's on wobbly legs at the moment as Big Cass takes him down with a pump handle slam. But Big Cass really has sustained a fair amount of damage in this matchup. But Big Cass looking for perhaps the East River Crossing. He's not going to get it, though. Darren Young with the reversal. He knew that was bad news. And he takes him down with a float over neckbreaker. Right now, it is the Primetime Players who are in control. Big Cass is in trouble. That's the thing. Big Cass really is the trump card for this tag team. That's where the size matters. But right now, Big Cass getting dissected as Titus O'Neil. Elbow drop straight into that backbreaker by Darren Young. Hook of the leg by the Primetime Players. Do they have it? 1, 2. No, a kick out by Cass. Perhaps the Primetime Players haven't done enough damage. That's usually the move that finishes the match for them. But Big Cass was able to kick out. He found the resolve in him to power out of that devastating backbreaker elbow drop combination. Don't even know what they call it. As now Titus O'Neil has Big Cass up on his shoulders, a massive power slam. And this is where the real deal Titus O'Neil begins to fire up. This is the wrath of the former Intercontinental Champion. And this is a man who main evented Survivor Series in a WWE Championship triple threat that involved Kevin Owens and Brock Lesnar. Titus O'Neil is no stranger to tough times. He knows how to hang with the best of them, but in tag team action, I think that could be why the Primetime Players can't be beat. That connection between Darren and Titus only makes them stronger. Now, but a kick out again by Big Cass. Enzo, I think, actually just made it in there to make the save. But Darren Young, he's not going to have any of Enzo's games. No shenanigans here. See, on the part of Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, they did have that run as single stars, so they've been able to flesh themselves out, as individuals. So now joining back together might make them an even more destructive tag team. What the hell is this? A doomsday device. Darren Young, you cannot underestimate his power. 1, 2, 3. Enzo could not make it in time for the save. The Primetime Players with the doomsday device pick up the massive victory tonight. Wow. Usually you'd think it would be Titus lifting the man up for that assisted clothesline by Darren, but no. The roles were reversed this week. That's the thing with the Primetime Players. They're willing to mix it up. They'll catch you off guard. You won't even know what's coming because they can swap roles like that. Unbelievable. But how is this going to affect this announcement coming up? What does this mean for the future of the Primetime Players? I guess we'll find out. do not adjust your sets, folks, because the match you see on your screen right now has been confirmed. It is official. At WrestleMania, 4 fated tag teams will step into the ring, all competing for the opportunity to win the WWE Tag Team Championships. Finn Balor and Hideo Itami, they're gonna have their work cut out for them because they're taking on the Primetime Players, the Ascension, and the Dudley Boys. Our 2 general managers have worked together, sort of cooperated to make this matchup official. They looked over the past several months in Universe Mode, really determining who were the top tier tag teams in this division, who was the most deserving. And all I can say is that Balor and Itami, it will be a miracle if they can walk out of WrestleMania with those tag team championships still around their waists. It's main event time here on Main Event. It's the last chance match. The winner of this match moves on to WrestleMania to join Asuka and Natalya in a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship, but the loser is done. The loser's gone. Their chance at competing at WrestleMania will go up in smoke, much like Becky Lynch's entrance. Could that perhaps be some foreshadowing as to what's going to go down in this matchup? Maybe I'm reading too much into things. It could very well be the case, however, because on the last episode of SmackDown, Becky Lynch was ambushed by Emma and Dana Brooke, and if it wasn't for Charlotte, I don't think Becky Lynch would have made it out here tonight. Charlotte was able to come to her assistance just in the nick of time. Who knows what sort of damage Emma and Dana Brooke would have done to her. That just goes to show again, Emma and Dana Brooke, even though Dana Brooke wasn't even a part of this tournament, and Emma was eliminated in the first round, their fingerprints have been all over this Queen of the Ring tournament. So even though they themselves didn't have a strong impact in terms of actually being in the tournament, in terms of competing in the tournament, they have very much so shaped the foundation of this match at WrestleMania. I mean, hey, Natalya, she might not have even made it to the finals if not for Emma. Because a couple of months ago rather, Emma distracted Charlotte. She and Dana Brooke came down to the ring. The matchup that was going on was thrown out. It had to be restarted. And, you know, some might have thought that Charlotte, she was in control prior to that intervention from Emma and Dana Brooke. Perhaps Charlotte was on the verge of winning the match. But we'll never know. That's all just speculation because Emma and Dana Brooke, they did interfere in that matchup. They ruined what could have been a classic. And now, well, is their interference gonna cost Becky Lynch this last chance match? I guess only time will tell. As these 2 women lock up. Becky Lynch going straight for the arm, but Sasha Banks was wise to it. You had to think that Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, they have been studying the tape. They know what each other are gonna bring to a matchup like this. And these 2 women, they do know each other prior to them coming into the WWE, prior to this Queen of the Ring tournament. These 2 women, I mean, they do have history with one another. As you see right now, it's just counter for counter. These 2 women both going after the arms. Very smart strategy, not only on the part of Becky Lynch, but for Sasha Banks as well, because if you take away one of Becky Lynch's arms, she's not going to be able to apply that disarmer. Let's look at this German suplex. Wait, no, reversed. Sasha Banks, roll up by Sasha Banks. 1, 2. Oh, wait, Becky Lynch reverses. 1, 2, 3. No, kick out by Banks. But immediately a near fall in this matchup, and we're not done just yet. Becky Lynch looking to roll the dice once more. 1, got her. 2, got her. 3. No, reversed. 1, 2. Kick out again. It's just near fall after near fall in this matchup. Sasha Banks roll up again. Does she have her here? 1, 2, just a 1 count. And that's the quick-paced action we expect to see. Counter for counter. Pinfall attempt after pinfall attempt. There is a sense of urgency in this matchup. It is the last chance. Both of these women have already lost once. So even if they can make it to the match at WrestleMania, momentum is definitely not on their side. All the momentum goes to Natalya and Asuka. This is just the last chance for either of these 2 women to even make it to that matchup. They're already starting out with sort of a handicap. They are already behind the likes of Natalya and Asuka. whether it's Becky Lynch who advances, she failed to defeat Natalya, and Sasha Banks, she failed to defeat Asuka. So both of these women, they already know what it's like to lose to at least one of our competitors in the main event. Oh my goodness. Sasha Banks, a massive double knees straight to the sternum of Becky Lynch. As now Sasha Banks drags her to the center of the ring. Here comes Sasha Banks. Oh, the massive kick to the back of the skull. Has she put Becky Lynch out of this contest? Pinfall by Banks, but she doesn't hook the leg. Just a 1 count. Maybe if Sasha Banks had hooked the leg, she could have at least had a 2. But it's a moot point right now. As look at Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch! Beautiful suplex right there, or like a modified exploder. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. Just a 1 count again. More of a T-bone suplex, I suppose, by Becky Lynch. But Becky Lynch gonna go right back to that arm. And off the arm breaker, straight into a Fujiwara armbar. Becky Lynch, that's her specialty, of course, goes straight for the arm. And that's just what she's doing to Sasha Banks right here. Becky Lynch, another boot, this time to the back of the elbow. Of course, every move that Becky Lynch uses is calculated. She's going for that arm, trying to soften her up for the disarm her. Sasha Banks, a submission specialist as well, but if Becky Lynch can cut off those arms, metaphorically, of course, if Becky Lynch can really just tear them apart, not only will Sasha Banks be prone to tapping out to that disarm her, but Sasha Banks, she's not going to be able to apply her Banks statement to nearly the capacity that she otherwise would be able to. But off that massive roundhouse kick to the skull, Becky Lynch, she is out like a light. This is Sasha Banks' chance to capitalize. Double knees to the midsection. Signature Sasha Banks right there as she goes for the cover on Lynch. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lynch. Not really a kick out, she just got the shoulder up. Maybe if Sasha Banks had hooked the leg, she might have had a 3, but that's the arrogance of Sasha Banks coming into play. Sasha Banks, she definitely is one of the more despicable women in this tournament. I mean, that's why you see something like that, blatant disrespect to Becky Lynch. I mean, that's uncalled for. Sasha Banks, not only, I mean, she just has to win the match, not just to humiliate her opponent. And now the bankrupt into the pin. 2, 3, no. Lynch just barely able to escape. And Sasha Banks again mocking her, telling her, well, come on. I know you still got fight left in you. Oh, but there's the reversal. That's why you don't mock your opponent, Sasha. Because that just gave Becky Lynch a huge opening. Sasha Banks is going to pay for that. Oh my God, a huge opening. She really is going to pay for it in spades as Becky Lynch applies the disarm her. Is Sasha Banks going to tap? She's center of the ring, no rope break in sight. Becky Lynch could be going on to WrestleMania. Sasha Banks? No, she's just able to slip out of it. But how much damage did that do? How much damage did that do to the arm of Sasha Banks? As Becky Lynch now another European uppercut. Banks may have been able to counter out of it, but she is by no means in a better way because of it. Becky Lynch straight back on the attack. Not giving Sasha Banks any room to breathe. As here comes Becky Lynch, full throttle off the ropes. And she's back to her feet again. Second leg drop. Becky Lynch now hooks the leg on Sasha Banks. There's a smart move. 2, 3. Now a kick out again by Banks. Becky Lynch really has Sasha Banks reeling. She's got her on the ropes. Sasha Banks. This could be the beginning of the end for her as Becky Lynch. Leg capture suplex. Lynch, hook the leg. She may have her. 1, it's over. 2, 3. Kick out at 2.5 by Sasha Banks yet again. Becky Lynch thought it should have been 3. But that's the resiliency of Sasha Banks. That's how these two women were able to make it so far in this tournament. Just because they're not going on to the finals right now doesn't mean that they're pushovers. Not by a long shot. In fact, that's why they're fighting tonight, to try to keep their opportunity at WrestleMania alive. Sasha Banks almost slipped off that top rope, but she's able to recapture herself. Good Lord. That was like a car crash. Sasha Banks was looking for a crossbody, She caught some of it, maybe most of it. But that's why they call it high-risk offense, folks. Sasha Banks almost crashed and burned. But I don't know if it's going to come back to cost her. Sasha Banks able to recollect herself. As now, look at this. Sasha Banks paying homage to her hero, Eddie Guerrero, with the Three Amigos. And you know what usually follows that? Oh, but of course, Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks saying, well, boo-hoo, Becky Lynch. I'm going to take your spot at WrestleMania away from you. But then again, she took too much time. If she hadn't mocked Becky Lynch, she might have been able to hit that frog splash. But Becky Lynch was wise to it. As now Sasha Banks, wait, reversed. Becky Lynch able to counter. Sasha Banks staggered as Lynch. No, wait. Reversal again by Sasha Banks. No, wait. Reversal again by Becky Lynch. Lynch now. No, reversal again by Sasha. It's just counter for counter in this matchup. Look at Sasha. Sasha Banks, Hurricanrana, and the legs are hooked. Is it over? 1, 2, 3. Kick out again. Just barely, though. Just barely Becky Lynch able to kick out, but that took just about everything she had left in her. Oh, wait, no, reversed. Becky Lynch. Massive kick to the face of Sasha Banks. And now Becky Lynch. Is she going to look for the disarm her yet again? Becky Lynch, she's got, no, something else in mind. Wait, it's reversed again. Sasha Banks lands on her feet. And a German suplex. Oh, come on, Sasha. Would you quit mocking her? This is what's going to cost Sasha Banks if she's not careful. And now Sasha Banks going for the Banks statement. Sasha Banks with the Banks statement. She's got it locked in on Becky Lynch. Is Lynch going to tap? Sasha Banks has got it in full throttle, center of the ring. Becky Lynch submits, it's over. Sasha Banks, she does it. She's going on to WrestleMania. She will join Natalya and Asuka in the triple threat. And the winner of that match will not only win the Queen of the Ring tournament, but she will become the first ever women's champion of the new era. This is a huge opportunity for Sasha Banks. Becky Lynch, she's done. Sasha Banks, her last chance is a successful one. And that's it for this episode. So until next time, keep on YouTubing.